All right, y'all. We are back with another episode.
Yep.
We are here. So today we have a pretty funny video lined up for you guys, and that is when
I used to be in California.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
I'll be back.
was on The View recently, and they asked him about being an immigrant, and they got a response that
Thought they were
weren't
going to get the
ready for.
response that they wanted to get from Arnold Schwarzenegger because, of course, he used to be the governor of California, so I'm guessing he was a liberal.
And California is much more liberal, as you know, and pro illegal immigration, right? So
right, and they thought, we got my boy over here. My boy just came in, you know what I mean?
he gonna say what we need him to say.
Whatever we ask, he's going to go along with it.
The thing that gets the people going.
Ooh, it's going to get him spicy.
So let's check out their response to what Arnie had to say.
Self, you are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant. I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so
they was with him on all of this. They with him. If you think about it, he's had a magnificent story and career. Like he said, he didn't know he was going to get embraced by the American people the way he was, but we definitely embraced Arnold, man. He was in rap songs.
Best country in the world.
The best country in the world, man. He came here and
came here from Austria.
Made his dreams come true. He came here with nothing.
Right. Did you know Arnold was from Austria?
Yeah, I told you. So yeah, man, and they're loving it. They're loving his response right now. All right, they're into it. They're like, "Yeah, Arnold, yeah."
They don't know what's coming.
They have no idea
Sudden turn
where he's about to go with this. So let's keep watching.
to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great, great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do, rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't forget.
So yeah, man. So Arnold, basically shocked not only the audience but the panel. He started talking that real, which is, you got to come in the right way, and we don't want people coming in the wrong way, and criminals coming in, and you got to do things the right way. You got to do things legally by the law.
Right. I had a discussion with my mom yesterday, and it was very interesting because she even understood, like, breaking the law is breaking the law. You know what I mean? And first she was saying, like, I feel really bad about when people have to be separated from the children and stuff like that. But you also have to understand that if you are in the car with your child and you're drunk driving and you get pulled over, you're going to be separated from your child.
Right. Americans get separated from their children all the time when they break the law.
If you break the law, you'll be separated from whoever you're by because you're going to jail.
Right.
You understand? You rob a bank, you're going to be separated from
from your family.
People haven't got it through their mind that being in the country illegally is breaking the law.
Right.
Clearly, that's has to be what it is.
And a country has to have borders. A country has to have laws. And it can't be a lawless country. Otherwise, we won't have a country anymore.
Right. It'll be taken over.
And the freedoms that we've enjoyed and the things that we've enjoyed, the prosperity and all that goes away. And people are going to be living like people live in third world countries. I mean, we see it in some of the cities in America, man, look like third world countries right now. And these are cities that have been pro-immigration, pro-illegal immigration cities and pretty much safe housing, illegals states. And all that stuff. Right.
Usually where the riots start.
Exactly.
Pinpoints.
So these are the kind of things that Arnold was saying that he's against, and I'm glad he got on this platform and told the truth, man, and that is America has to have laws. People have to come here legally like I did. I did it the right way, and look what I became. You know? And I agree wholeheartedly with what Arnold was saying here. And it's funny because I was actually against him during the whole stick 'em, jab 'em stuff because he said to America, screw your freedoms. It was interesting, so I definitely was against Arnold, what he said then. But what he's saying right here on the show and The View, I definitely am behind, and I'm glad he had this platform to do it and just shock the panel because The View be coming up with some crazy stuff, man. I don't know if y'all see clips from The View or watch The View.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They be coming up with some wild takes.
Especially Whoopi. I can't.
Whoopi got some of the craziest takes, and then Joy, and then what's her name, Sonny. They be coming up with some crazy stuff. Oh, yeah,
Sonny. Sonny's the one who said that when she drives past people who have flags in their lawn, it scares her.
She get triggered.
Okay, we'll get out the country.
Which is
what happened to her husband, actually? Didn't he go to jail, or isn't he fighting a case for scamming?
He being sued or something.
I don't see her talking about that.
Something going on, man. But when I see American flags, man, I feel like I'm home, and it represents our family that has been in the military. It represents the people of this country who have fought so hard for the freedoms that we have today. God-fearing people. So I definitely that's what I see when I see the American flag. I don't understand being triggered by it.
Right. That's why I didn't understand people are burning it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Different riots and stuff like that. But who was burning it? Those being paid to go out and cause destruction and chaos. That's why a lot of different people who, let's say the Mexican Americans, were going against that. They were like, stop burning the flag. What y'all doing? Yeah,
I have a video I'm about to play right now of one of them. She's the granddaughter and daughter of immigrants. Now listen to what she has to say about everything she sees going on with ICE and the Trump administration enforcing border laws and all of that. Check it out.
I'm from Mexico in the late 60s, went through the process to eventually have a path to citizenship, and my mom was born here, so she was automatically a citizen. My grandma, my dad's mom, came from El Salvador in the late 70s, and she made the hardest decision I could imagine any mom ever needing to make. She left her 5 kids there because she came on a work visa. Eventually, after a few years, they gave her permission to bring her kids over. At 16 years old, my dad came to the United States, eventually was able to become a citizen when I was around middle school. school, so I remember how happy and proud and excited he was to become a U.S. citizen and then later on to vote for the first time. I'm not against immigration. I am against trying to skirt the system. Well, what about the farm workers? What about the people picking strawberries? Who's going to watch your kids? Who's going to clean your bathrooms? That is making it seem like immigrants are only valuable when they can do the dirty work, the work that nobody else wants to do. Not to mention, them working undocumented like that is leaving them vulnerable to exploitation and to being taken advantage of. When they work undocumented, they are left vulnerable to be taken advantage of, to be paid low wages, to work in unsafe work environments, sexual harassment, and so much more, because no one's going to bite the hand that feeds them. The other debate that I'm seeing is about innocent people being taken, moms being taken from their kids, people being taken from work. I will say I don't agree with the way that it's being done, but this isn't the first time that it's been done like this. And when Obama did it, the percentage of people being detained who had nothing else on their record other than being here illegally was 45 to 55%. And he deported over 5 million people. That's a lot of people who had nothing else on their record other than being here illegally. Trump is at 900,000, so a fraction of that. And his percentage is 20 to 40%. And you're only outraged right now because you're seeing it on social media and you didn't see it before. In 2008, under Bush, he created Secure Communities, or SCOM. That started the mass deportation process. It was only in a small area of the country, though. When Obama took office, he expanded it to be nationwide, and that is when mass deportation really skyrocketed. And when Trump went into office, he used this same system. If we really wanted to fix the situation, we'd create real legal pathways for people to become citizens. A system where ICE is only going after people with criminal records. A more streamlined process for people who've been here for a long time and are contributing to society and being productive members. The current system is completely overwhelmed, and that's thanks to the last administration who just cannot function like that. Every country has borders and immigration laws. And I will say this one more time, I am not against immigration. If it wasn't for the risks and hard decisions and sacrifices that my grandparents made, my mom and dad would not be here and I would not be here. I'm extremely thankful for what's happening right now. The riots, people burning cars, burning their own cities and businesses of immigrants makes absolutely zero sense.
So you see that, man, she's trying to make people think, because she's saying Trump's just enforcing laws that were put in place by Bush and Obama. And Obama at this time deported way more people than Trump, but you didn't see it. You know, you didn't have social media prevalent like that. You couldn't see the videos of ICE going and detaining people and grabbing people up. But it was happening in Obama's time, and you didn't see the media with this push to turn people against that administration. But you're seeing it now.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
so
they you know, are over the social media platforms and a lot of the different news channels.
Right.
So if you watch that and believe all of that without studying, you're going to be put in this box with a lot of different other individuals to hate a specific individual.
Right. When this was stuff that's been going on and on a way bigger scale. People just didn't know about it. You know, so it's interesting to think about, you know. I definitely appreciate her coming out and speaking this, you know, being somebody who comes from a family of immigrants and who traveled here and, you know, went through a lot to get here, but they did it the right way. And that's the point that she was making along with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, yeah, man, hope you guys appreciated this video. Thank you guys for joining us. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Amen.
Get back to us. God bless you guys. Peace.